Okay.
Hi, we are standardizing how to check the government. Okay, so when you take a garment, first you check for a collar. In the collar, you have to see collar point length is even at both the side, both left and right, and then see the neckline area and ensure that the neckline shape is smooth and there is no any puckering over here. Also at the back neck area, and also ensure that the neck binding doesn't have any down stitches or uneven piping. So once you complete that, check for a placket. In the placket there will be a length measurement and the width measurement in the tech pack. Just compare with that and then make sure that there is no any high low at the neck area, and there is no any pinching or pleating at the bottom edge of the placket. The box stitch height need to be followed as per the approved sample, or if there is any measurement which need to be followed. And then check for the button. There is no any breakages in the buttons and there is no any cracking in the button. If there is any brand embossing, that should be placed on the top of the button. It should not be on the sides. So once all this is checked, remove the button and check the button is well secured. Just pull it and see. Okay, you should have a process in the factory that button pull test is being done. Okay, and ensure the thread is not unraveling and it is locked well. And then buttonhole, ensure that the buttonhole length is followed as per the approved sample, and the buttonhole opening is also followed as per the sample, and it is easy to fix and remove. And there should not be any frayings and there is no any skips or damages in the buttonhole. Once placket is completed, ensure that inside there is no any down stitches or uneven pipings, and placket margin at the bottom should not be exceeded more than 1 centimeter. If it is exceeding more than 1 centimeter, then it will look odd on the top and there will be too much of impression marks. Once placket is done, look for a print. All the print details are matching with the strike off, and the color is matching with the strike off, and the size should be as per the required one, and make sure that there is no any cracking on the print and there is no any misprints on this, and the clarity is good. All the letters information which is given on the letter should be properly visible. Once that is completed, go to the pocket. In the pocket, embroidery should be matching as per the approved standard for SPI and density, and the stitch finishing all should be matching with the approved standard, and it should be placed in middle of the pocket hem width and hem height. And the pocket shape, please make sure that the V point is not middle of this side and this side, it should be even. Also at both the sides it should be even, and position from HSP and the center front should be as per the required measurement or as per the approved sample. Also make sure that there is no any damages or hole in the body at the top edge of the pocket due to the bar tacking. And margin, there should not be uneven, it should be even of 6 mm in this sample. So follow as per the approved PP sample. So once this is completed, you have to check the seams for the breakages or skips. So you have to check in a clockwise direction. So start from wearer's right hand side, check for the slit high low, and then slightly pull the seams to see is there any skip stitches or open stitches. ensure that underarm point is meeting. There should not be any high low over here. Also, cuff joint seam should be even at both the side, and there is no high low on the edges. And ensure that the tucking is done at back side of the sleeve, and there is no any stitch unraveling, and overlock stitch should be locked properly while doing the tucking. Once side seam is done, check for armhole. Armhole to be checked slightly pulling like this, so that if there is any skip stitches or broken stitches, you can able to see. And sleeve cuff seam, there is a top stitch over here, and ensure that the top stitch is placed evenly at all round. Once sleeve is completed, go for a shoulder. In the shoulder, there should not be any stretchability, waviness, and the top stitch which has been placed, that should be evenly placed at all over. And make sure that there is no any skip stitches or any broken stitches here. And next, other side of the shoulder, the same thing need to be checked. And armhole, whereas left hand side armhole, you have to slightly pull it, then only we can come to know is there any skip stitches are there. And then sleeve cuff seam and the top stitches, and underarm, side seam, slit high low, and then bottom hem. Bottom hem, ensure that the height is been even, there is no any wavy in the bottom hem, and there is no any skip stitches or broken stitches. Once this is done, turn the garment to back. The back, you should see the armhole, and then half moon patch. Ensure that half moon patch shape is properly followed as per the approved sample, and the height of the half moon patch and the position from the neck seam should be exactly matched to the approved standard. And the margin in this sample, it is 6 mm margin is there, so that should be even at all round. If there is any excess margin, you can feel a pleatings after the pressing, that will become an impression which will look too odd. And then armhole again. Once this is done, check it for a surface. Make sure the armhole shape is proper, and on the surface there is no any stains, and there is no any foreign yarns, there is no any hole in the fabric. Once surface is done, check for a shade. The shade between the front and back should be matching together, and shade between the sleeve to body should match. After all this, turn the garment to inside. Okay. After turning, again start in a clockwise direction. So start from this end. So you can see, is there any down stitch or uneven lipping at the slit? We can see overlock, SPA, or any broken or any joint stitches, and washer label position is as per the requirement. This tucking we can see here. Sleeve hem overlock. Ensure that there is no skip stitches over here. And armhole overlock, shoulder overlock, and then the placket. From this side you can easily see is there any down stitches or uneven pipings, and the margin, neckline, neck binding for down stitches or piping. Again the shoulder, armhole overlock, sleeve hem overlock, side seam overlock, and side slit, and then bottom hem. Make sure that there is no any excess raw edges at the bottom hem. So after completion of that, you please look at the surface for again foreign yarns, stains, any knottings. Thank you.